morning, everybody. I still got it. One of these days. There we go. Right side up. We carry a new world here in our heart. That world is growing in this minute. I spoke about creating a life worth living through agency, choice, decision, rechanging your mindset and your perspective. That there might be another way of being, another way of seeing and thinking, a different way to change your narrative, and actually taking action in your life. Letting the past go, whether it was just yesterday or how we grew up, the things that we've gone through, that we don't condone them, but we don't carry them on our back like a weight, like shackles. We don't have to be who we used to be. Our present doesn't dictate our future. Our past doesn't dictate our future. And that to transform the world, we must transform oneself. Because everything we do, every way we are, everything we say, it's like the butterfly effect. Butterfly flaps its wings in Asia, causes a hurricane in America. Something to that effect. It ripples out like throwing a pebble into a pond and affects the world around us. And if our impact is quality, our actions are quality, our immediate world will be more quality, and the impact we have on the world will be more quality. We are forever changing. Every second bleeds into a minute, bleeds into an hour, a day, a week. Before we know it, 5, 6, 7 years have passed. And oftentimes we see our life retrospectively, and we can see how we got from point A to point B. It's a lot harder to try to predict, and our brains are prediction machines. We try to predict all the time, but oftentimes that prediction machine, what it is it's referencing a catalog of our narratives, our previous perceptions and experiences, and projecting forward. Put your hand on a hot stove, it's going to feel hot. So oftentimes we end up projecting and anticipating what we can do, how we can be, how we can heal, improve, and get well, and be better, and change ourselves, and change the world, and grow, and where we can go and what we can do based on what we do now, what we've learned up till now. It's historical projection. It's not real invention. You have the power to invent. You may not have reached a place where you know what or how exactly to invent, but you can start small. Start plucking away the weeds in your garden. And then eventually you'll be left with sort of a blank slate. And it's at that point where you have reached this fork in the road where you can choose to continue to react to life as it comes, or try to define a destination. But we have to be beyond struggling just to exist, just to get through the day. We have to have our most basic needs: food, water, shelter, belonging, met. Stability, safety, met. before we can begin to progress toward anything beyond survival. Much of the world that exists was made in the hearts of men, and then enacted in the imagination and created in the world through action, small and large. In your family, the family you were born in, the family you have created, your friendship circles, to society at large, to the world at large, are creations of the hearts of men. The imagination, the invention, and the action. And that is why it says that we carry a new world in here. Everything changes generationally. The influences, but not just what's put upon you, what you can pull out of here and create for yourself. The world just doesn't automatically change on its own. Yes, change happens on its own, but don't forget you have a huge part to play in that. And depending on where you are in your growth and healing process, wherever you are in your growth and healing process, try to listen to yourself and listen to your heart and listen to your mind. And whether that's beginning to remove the weeds or beginning to decide what to plant in a brand new garden, what way to go, what way to grow, how to heal and improve. Your future is in your heart. It's in your agency, it's in your habits, your decisions, what you fill your life with, how you cope with circumstances beyond your control, how you control your emotions, your mind, what you allow in your life, how you set boundaries, how you interact with other people, what you imagine for yourself and your potential, and how hard you're willing to work for it. Like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, the power has been inside of you all along. And whether you utilize it and battle for yourself or not, a brand new world is unfolding inside you. Whether it's dark or whether it's light is largely dependent on you and how you approach it. Regardless of all things, from inside, from your mental health, from disease, from things beyond your control, from horrible circumstances. The happiness and fulfillment in your life unfolding for tomorrow, building in your heart minute by minute, second by second, beat by beat, is largely determined by you. I will link below to related content that summarizes this more fully. I want to keep this short and sweet, like it is, and you are. We carry a new world here in our hearts. That world is growing in this minute. And so are you. And so am I. Question is, which way are we growing? For better or for worse, we're always developing something in us, in our heart, in our soul, whatever you want to call it. Good or bad. Try to make it good. Eventually that will pay off for you. Bye, you guys. Have a good day.